My people, wonder they say shall never end. Right now, they said there is serious confusion in the palace. This 10th anniversary that the king is preparing, and they said Igbi was in charge. It has cost them so much. Yes, so even though people are trying to make it a memorable one by sending in huge amount of money to give their support. But Igbi, who never liked better thing, because Igbi know they like better thing, Igbi have decided to put sansan in their garri in this preparation. Yes, so because they said when the elders gathered and asked Igbi to come and do some kind of account, let them know how they are preparing and everything, they find out that huge amount of money is missing from there. You know, at first, Igbi denied it, but elders, they know how to find things, especially when it has to do with money. So after everything, information have it that Igbi finally confessed that yes, that she took about 600 million, because they said the money is now running in billions. A lot of people have contributed. A lot of people who really wishes Kabiyesi well. A lot of people who wants to have their name in the good book of the king. They have contributed huge amount of money to support. But instead of Igbi to manage the money well, they said Igbi took about 600 million. Maybe she make it up and use it to buy a house in UK, according to what we are hearing. So at this point, they said Igbi confession shocked everyone. Because according to Igbi, Igbi said there was Kingston house in UK that Kabiyesi bought. At first, his aim of buying that house was to use it as family house anytime he travels to that side. But along the line, when Ebony was dragging it and Igbi too, they said the king decided that Queen Naomi would be staying there, you know, allegedly. So with all of this, they said Igbi was shattered because Igbi said she spent so much money in renovating that place, a kind of decorating, during decoration. But they said Kabiyesi gave her enough money that would be enough for the decoration. But she is claiming that she added her own and all of that. And after everything, Kabiyesi decided to give it to the original queen. And Ebony, on the other hand, they said Ebony fought so much for that house, but unfortunately, the king is the king, and he does what he wants to do. There is no how these women will be the ones to tell him what to do. Despite all the fight and everything, the king did not allow Ebony to back into the house. So, right now, Igbi is saying that the reason she decided to settle herself is because she have seen that the king is no longer looking her way, you know. And this immunity remover have shown her that if Kabiyesi can go ahead and do that, that her fate is not in the palace is not guaranteed. And right now, she have lost everything. Her businesses, her hotel. They say she have a hotel in Kano State that she sold and used the money to support the king during the Ojaja Mall and all of that. She said, right now, everything that the king owns is being given to the original queen, you know, and they don't know their stand again. So, and when Kabiyesi went ahead to remove that immunity, she knew that one day she'll wake up in this palace and they will tell her that, the king is no longer interested in marrying you. So she don't need to go empty-handed, according to her. And that is why they say she decided to use the money that is meant for the 10th anniversary to go and buy that house in UK, you know. So right now, the problem is that the Ituwasi that Kabiyesi talked about, the say Kabiyesi is not relenting on it. And this Ituwasi, they said it was for Ebony and the Igbi. Because when Kabiyesi removed immunity from them, he was expecting that they will be humbled. They will have to change their ways and everything. But instead, it was looking like it got worse. after the immunity removal, as in the side of Igbi and Ebony. Because someone like Gospel, they said ever since that immunity have been removed from her, she have lie low. Nobody is hearing anything about her again. She's not even ready to complain. She's just on her own. That is if everything we are hearing is the truth. So, but instead of Igbi and Ebony to do same, they have been planning on how to strike from outside. They said the other day there was a voice note that was leaked. It was Igbi's voice telling some people how she will strike from outside, that the gods are protecting the original queen inside the palace, this, that. But the Sekabiesi told her that you are going to buy yourself if you are not careful enough. That you shouldn't forget that my immunity is no longer covering you. So whatever you commit right now, you are going to use your head and carry it. So right now, they said, seeing how far Ebony and Igbi is going, Kabiyesi decided to initiate Ituase on them. And that Ituase is like the final breakup. When that happens, they will lose everything completely. Because removing immunity, they can still be in the palace as Kabiyesi's wife, doing their thing and everything. Just that if they commit anything, they will use their head to pay. But whenever that particular tradition called the Tuase is being carried out, they will no longer be seen as the king's wife. Even if they decide to be in that palace, they are on their own, you know. And if anything happens to them, the king is not answerable to it because they said it is a final separation. And when that happens, a lot will happen. So right now that this, when Kabiyesi find out that, or when they told him that such amount of money is missing and Igbi is responsible and all of that, so they say Kabiyesi is now making arrangement to do that Ituwase on Igbi and Ebony, because Ebony is not giving up. Despite everything they said, the woman she called mother have been warning her. Her family members have been telling her, they said Blo Blo have called her out time without number, letting her know that you no longer have the king's immunity. You should tread with caution to avoid her dying. You have children to take care of. But instead of her to listen to Blo Blo, she called Blo Blo names, saying that Blo Blo is a hypocrite, this, that, and all of that. So right now, the Igbi have finally accepted that she took the money and she used it to buy a house in UK. But they said she is begging that instead of Ituwase to be removed or to be done on her, that she is ready to submit the house to the royal house. Allegedly, that is what we are hearing if the information is true. Don't forget that these are all alleged, unverified information making rounds on social media and shouldn't be seen as fact unless we verify them, okay? Thanks for watching. Bye for now. Love you.